Chapter 54. No one can awaken you. Question. Robert, as the author of a book on awakening, what's your take on a quick satori, a mini seeing things clearly, and then quietly slipping back? Answer. Everyone is different. What feels to one person like a profound insight might be missed entirely if it occurred in the mind of another person. When the fruit is ripe, it falls from the tree, but not before. Perhaps what you mean by satori is not the same as what I mean. For me, a satori is seeing things, myself and the world, as they really are. In an opening like that, a tremendous download of information comes through clearly and without effort. It may be quiet or dramatic, but either way it's volcanic, by which I mean that vast quantities of lava flow even in a brief time, leaving the landscape altered forever. There is no question of slipping back. What's seen is seen. That cannot be erased. When I say seeing things as they really are, I mean noticing that everything one sees, feels, thinks, or otherwise beholds and experiences, including the sense of self, is a kind of illusion. This does not mean that the ordinary world is not real, but only a pale reflection of a world of spirit that is real, so that our ordinary world is like Plato's allegory of the cave, in which people chained up inside a cave with their backs to the entrance perceive the real world outside the cave only as shadows on the cave wall in front of them. Nor do I mean that the world is only a so-called appearance in alleged universal consciousness. That's not the idea. I mean that what each of us sees as the world is a version that differs from others' versions according to countless factors, including the type and condition of the nervous system that is doing the beholding. A hummingbird and I behold the same flower. We both see it. And as I watch the hummingbird, he is keeping an eye on me. The flower looks one way to the hummingbird and another way to me, but we both see it. Anyone who says that the hummingbird is just dreaming the flower and so am I, or else that I am just dreaming the hummingbird and the flower, has a lot of explaining to do. Or as Carl Sagan liked to say, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. I know all about the claims of Vedanta and so-called Jnana, which now have penetrated deeply into the Western mind, so that many spiritual people regard them not as assertions but facts. But Plato's claim of a world of ideal forms, of which this world is only an imitation or a shadow play, or the claims of the Hindus that the brain is only an object in consciousness, are exactly what Carl meant by extraordinary claims. So where is the extraordinary evidence? Surely scripture and testimony, including logic and reason, are not sufficient evidence, not according to my epistemological lights. Nothing is ever proved by logic, because all logic must begin with an axiom or two. Logic is not evidence. So in true satori, I say, one sees that something is here, but we are not making it be here. And all the claims of teachers notwithstanding, we have no idea what this something really is. Compared to the ordinary hypnotic trance that most people call myself, noticing this could feel shocking, world-changing. What? I am not doing this? It's all just happening, including myself? If it feels lukewarm, that is no satori, but just more wallpaper. When I say wallpaper, I mean second-hand seeing about which one has been told, and which one now pastes over any ordinary experience to make it seem spiritual. It is not in society's interest to have its members be awake, and so the entire structure of culture tends to induce and deepen the hypnotic trance. If someone begins to awaken, perhaps with a mini satori like yours, that entire automatic structure tends to pull that person back into the trance. As a fisherman friend of mine said, "Robert, you are the lobster who climbed out of the pot. Now you have to climb out of the pot. No one will awaken you. No one can awaken you. The most I can do is point out the hypnotic trance that often goes unnoticed, or if it is noticed, is not regarded as a trance, but viewed as something essential and valuable, faith or hope or tradition."